Hello, my Nerdy-Nawg-Dawgs. This is your Chapter 6 video study guide. It is that time. Fractions are waiting. Okay, so I want you to recall your operations and think of how things are worded. These math and focus questions want to make sure you're using real-life application and can apply what you know under any circumstances. So here they say, I use 1/7 pound of cheese for each pizza I make. I'm having a party and will need to make 8 pizzas. How much cheese will I need? So clearly, there's a couple different ways you could do this, right? If you're a picture person, you can draw out 8 pizzas. Okay, think about what it's asking. It says, I use 1/7 pound of cheese for each pizza. So you could do 1/7 plus 1/7 plus 1/7 and keep it going. Or isn't there another way to do repeated addition that might be more efficient? Yeah, I use 1/7 pound of cheese for each pizza I make. I'm making 8 pizzas. So that would be the same as saying 8 times the 1/7 that you will be using. So how would you solve for that? Remember in your answers, Nerdy-Nawg-Dawgs, you always have to account for the amount or the unit measurement, right? In this case, it's pounds. So your final answer would need to have pounds. And your final answer cannot be an improper fraction. No way, that is improper. We never leave our final answer as improper. So make sure that you simplify. Your final answer should be a mixed number or a fractional unit in its simplest form. Okay, and make sure you include the unit of measurement. In this case, it's pounds. There's a question just like this on the test. That's why we review in this way, right? Here's your next question. Mrs. Cummins uses 4 oranges to make 1/4 gallon of orange juice. If Miss Cummins has 12 oranges, how much orange juice can she make? So again, I'm a picture person, right? And so I kind of think of it, oh, here's my 4 oranges, and that will make me 1/4 gallon. So not even a full gallon of orange juice, right? But Miss Cummins has 12 oranges. So how much orange juice can she make? Okay, so keep that in mind. How could you solve for that? Again, that's if you're a picture person. Another way to think about that is if you have 12 oranges and 4 of them equal 1/4 gallon, then you would have 3 sets of 4, right? If we have 12 oranges total. So another way to kind of think of the math of that and how you could solve for that. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, this is a question that is definitely on the test, just a little bit different than how the test it should show up. But it says, Maddie made 30 friendship bracelets. 2/6 of the bracelets have stripes. How many do not have stripes? Always pay attention to what you're being asked to answer for. In this case, how many do not have stripes? So the question we're answering, though, is Maddie made 30 friendship bracelets. 2/6 of. That's the key word. What does that word mean? Of. Multiply. It tells us that our operation is multiplying. Why? Why, though? Because we have 2/6 of the total 30. So that means we have a portion of the total 30. Remember what this fraction means. It means that this denominator is telling us how many groups we need to put those 30 into. And then the top number is telling us how many of those groups we get. So we can think of it as 30 divided by 6 will tell us how many go into each group. So that's one way to think about it. But now let's look at the math of it. What's the math of it? I like to say a magic word, right? Do you remember that word, friends? Oh, yeah. Shazam! What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this whole number into a fraction. It's as easy as putting it over 1, because if we follow our holy grail of fractions, that fraction bar is the same as a division sign. So it's saying 30 divided by 1. And we know that what they're actually asking is how many ones can I fit into 30? Well, 30. So that number stays a whole number, right? A little too much information, but it's good that you know what's going on. So what is the operation of this? Well, 2/6 of the total bracelets, which were 30. So a portion of the total bracelets have stripes. Okay, so this is the operational setup. We Shazammed it. We know we get to multiply. What's our rule for multiplying fractions? Well, you multiply numerator times numerator, so 2 times 30, over denominator times denominator, 6 times 1, and you solve for it there. However, I hope you haven't forgotten already. What does the answer tell you? How many stripes? That's not what your final answer should be. You are supposed to answer for how many do not have stripes. Do you know how to finish that last step, my Nerdy-Nawg-Dawgs? Best of luck. This is a challenging test. Another thing to be aware of and be able to do is identifying fractions on a number line. Okay? You need to make sure you can convert improper fractions to a mixed number and relay it in simplest terms. You also then need to do a mixed number into an improper fraction. Be sure you can identify simplest terms, equivalent fractions. Those are all need to know for this test, Nerdy-Nawg-Dawgs. Good luck.